Hey guys, we're here for our online launch party today. We're going to use our new in colors. We're going to make a get well soon card, and we're going to adapt this card a little bit to meet our new catalog needs. My name is Cogbill, and my business is called Paper Made Prettier, and I'm thrilled that you're here today to celebrate our new catalog, which just launched yesterday. So that means that if you are ready to refresh your craft supply with new goodies, this is your lucky day. So we have lots of things to show you. Now, if you're a customer of mine and you've ordered from me in the last year, then you'll get a new catalog, which I guess all my new catalogs are downstairs, but it's cute. I've got a copy of it linked, a PDF in my email that I just sent out today, so you want to make sure and be a subscriber to my email so you won't miss that. And then also we have some new online exclusives, including that cute Winnie the Pooh suite, so you're not going to want to miss that as well. All right. As I said, my name's Kay Cogbill. My business is Paper Made Prettier. If you're on Facebook, share this video. I'm doing a prize drawing at 9 o'clock today, Central Time. So you'll want to do that. You'll get 5 entries into the drawing. And then also, if you're on YouTube, subscribe to my channel so you don't miss another day. All right, let's start with our first card. This is a in color card. And we are using all 5 of our new in colors. So my favorite is on top. It's Hydrangea Hue. I also am very happy with the others. Blush, Barely Blush, Crisp Cantaloupe, Golden Glow, and Peaceful Pine. And we have these great new magnetic ink pads that just like stamp, stack, and store so wonderfully. Now you'll want to make sure, and if you're watching this on Facebook or YouTube, make sure and go to my Facebook page if it's still May the 6th, because we're running like little fun things all day long. So you'll want to go to my page and just comment away, like away, do all the things, and you'll get all the things that I've mentioned in all of my posts today on our catalog kickoff. All right, so I have got these little strips of this cardstock, and I cannot tell you the dimensions. They are on the tutorial, which you will get the tutorial for free when you are my email subscriber. Also, there's other ways to earn that, but the easiest way is to subscribe to my email, and I'll put the link how to do that here when I'm done. So we're actually, the quickest way to make this card is just to go ahead and get some Stampin' Seal all the way down your card, and we're just stacking these little strips. The measurement is really wackadoodle to get these strips all the way down. They're on the tutorial, but I did want to get them all the way down because I just thought that looked neat. I loved the fresh look that it had. And of all the end colors we've had, so end colors, if you're not aware, are from Stampin' Up, and they come around every 2 years. I think I made a lapse in measurement here, so let me trim that off. But they come around every 2 years, and they stick around for 2 years. So they're a fresh, just like a fresh jolt into our color line every 2 years, which I love because I love new colors. So these are our new ones for this new catalog. Now I also created a die cut piece from the Nature's Symphony dies that I thought just really kind of freshened it up, made it look fancy. And we're just gonna pop that down with some liquid glue. I just think it's like a really fun contrast to these nice spring colors. And then we're going to be using a stamp set called Phrases and Frames. And it is a new set from the catalog. Let's see if I can find it. Yep, here's the die set for phrases and frames. Let's see if I can find the phrases. I have them all in a stack here. Let's see if I've buried them. Let me look one other place. These stamp sets are so skinny that they get stuck in places. So I'll probably come across it while we're on our video. But it's got so many fantastic sentiments. But we're using the one that says sending hugs. Let me dig through my palette one more time here. Yep, don't see it. Okay, moving on. You can look, hey Barb, you can look on the stampinup.com and see all those great phrases. So we are using this one that says sending you hugs. It's fantastic. And then this die is from a new set. It's in that Winnie the Pooh suite called Sweet Words and Labels. So also a great die set. You're going to want to pick that one up as well. There's just so much for you to purchase, and I would suggest that you go ahead and just make your list. Make a big list. And a lot of my customers will opt for the best deal, which is the starter kit. Okay, and that just means that you get $125 in items for $99 and no shipping. Okay, now what's really cool about the starter kit right now is when you get that, it's a great deal all the time, but right now in May, if you get a starter kit, you're going to get all 5 of these in color ink pads for free. That's a $63 extra value to your already great deal of a starter kit. The ink pad machine, the machine that puts the stickers on the ink pads like broke, and so Stampin' Up! Has a new one. And so the inventory of those ink pads is going to be fluctuant. But no worries. They've told us that whatever ink pads are not available right at that time, they will ship to you separately. So you'll get what they have and then get the rest. And I don't expect it to be like months later. Just, you know, in the next few weeks, I would assume. All right, so there is our first card using all of our new end colors. Fantastic. Now, let me pop you into... I told you all, I promised y'all, swaps galore. And so this is my first set of swaps. I'm going to try to remember the name of these sets. This is called Scenic Sunset Coast. This is something landscapes, I don't remember. This is our Winnie the Pooh suite. Now this suite is online only, so do not miss it. We have a Waterside Retreat suite. I do know that these are already sold out, so when you snooze on your order, you lose. But no worries, they'll come back. Just go ahead and get the rest of the suite and then pop those into your cart when they come back into inventory. We have some more Sunset Coast. We have one called Balloon Festoon. I think this one's called Get Well, that cute little band-aid. Can't remember the name of this, but it's something velvet. This paper has got velvet on it. We've got this butterfly punch bundle. So cute. I would definitely pop those punches in your cart first because punches go fast. Okay. And then we have a border, a neat border set. So lots of fun swaps there. I love to trade cards with people, and then I love to share them with you, my favorite customers. All right, the next card is my Get Well Soon. Now this features the end color called Hydrangea Hue, and you're going to well, hello, Carol. Good to see you. You're going to start with your hydrangea hue base, and then we have a peaceful pine layer. It's barely visible. It just peeks out behind that hydrangea hue, and then it's got a cover of this cute designer paper. Now there's a whole suite that has the end colors in it, and I can't, heirloom bouquet or something. It's very pretty. You want to get that whole suite too. If you're getting the end colors anyway, you're gonna want to pop that whole suite into your cart. And as always, if for some reason the suite is not available, do not panic. That just means that something from the suite is not orderable, and all you need to do is order the bits of the suite and then wait for whatever item it is. You can even have Stampin' Up! Send you an email when that little item is back in stock. So very easy to do. When you're looking online, you just scroll below the suite. You'll see all the components of the suite. Super easy. All right, so we are going to use this new set called Get Well Soon. It's very nice. It's big and bold, so your sentiment does most of the work for you. It's a big stamp, so we're going to lay it down flat like this and ink it up. Now this is our new ink pads. They open like butter. Easy peasy, okay? And then I put one of the stickers here and then one of the stickers in here. Don't ask me why I did not put hydrangea hue is there. So I just went ahead and put all the stickers on, even the ones in another language. All right, so we're just gonna ink that up. And then I stamped this kind of right in the middle of this white layer. Then we're going to keep that ink pad handy because we're going to use a new stamp set. This is from that suite with the new end colors. This one is called Boutique Blossoms. And then the other set that comes with that suite is called Scalloped Blossoms, I think, bundle. But this is a really pretty set, Boutique Blossoms. And we've got like I would call this a distinctive situation going on. So we're gonna first stamp our outline stamp of our flower. And then we're going to stamp our filled in flower. And that lines right up with our lined, oh, I did so well there. I'm so excited. But you can see, even without, like, it looks like I've used different levels and colors. It's just all one color there. So that's just the beauty of that Stampin' Up! Stamp. Now, I did choose to put a little zip of this designer paper at the top of my white layer here, just to give it some oomph. I think this paper is called Heirloom Boutique. I'm not sure, but it's gorgeous. You need to pick it up. And this is going to go, just line it up here with the top of that designer paper. Now, I have added, these are called Sunset Sparkle Sequins. I don't have enough to put in your packet because this was on what I call the pre-order. So I'm limited to how much I can order, but you can order those Sunset Sparkle Sequins. They go with our Scenic Coast suite, the one that I showed you earlier with the boat. They go with this suite, and they look great on a lot of our different projects. Okay, let's see. That's our Get Well Soon card. You do have a little strip that goes here on the bottom of this white piece, and that whole piece goes inside your card. Okay, so that's card number 2. Now, keep in mind when you place, let me just write this down for you. you've got to know the best deal with me. So when you spend $50, you're going to get the make and takes plus a tutorial with 11 cards in it that are kind of for the man. We have Father's Day coming up in June, but we always need fun cards. So you're going to get tutorials for all 11 of these projects when you spend $50 with me for 11 cards, okay? When you spend $75, you're going to get the product of the month, which there are multiple products of the month. There's a new one. It's got berry and floral vellum. There's also a Notes of Spring. And then there's an Eyelet Blooms folder, which I think we'll see something about that. Then for every $50 over $75 that you spend, oh, here you're also going to get 5 handmade cards. And then for every additional $50 over $75, you're going to get 5 more cards. Okay, so it pays to shop. And this ends May 11th. That's Monday. Okay, I will bring this back for you in case you didn't get all that down. All right, so our next set of swaps, ooh la la, you're gonna love these. We have a bunch of swaps from the Lily of the Valley set. They are gorgeous. I have friends that make pretty cards, and sometimes they make pretty cards for me. So many of these cards were made by the people at my craft retreat. Hello, Angela. We have so many pretty things to see. If you have questions about any of these cards, like what's the name of that stamp set, where do I get that, just pop it in the comments. And I will be checking the comments for sure, because that's how I'll know who gets into that drawing at 9 Central tonight. So many pretty things. A few more lilies. You can see these in colors just go on and on and on. We're going to use this next. You're going to love it. More in colors. I love this card Cindy made with all the in colors. And the new designer paper stack. We've got Fern and Flora. Voila. So many pretty cards. I don't know if I showed you this one. I don't know why I pulled it out if I didn't, but it's one of my favorites. They've used vellum with an embossing folder. So what's not to love? All right. Our next card has a funny story. So I was so excited to use this Aspen Grove stamp set. I hadn't used it yet. And after I was making my tutorial for the class that I had last week, I discovered that it's already sold out. Can you believe that? So, if you have Aspen, the Aspen card, then you can, if you have that stamp set, then you can make this card just like this. Use basic gray ink and old olive ink. I've got to grab my little bucket that has my dies that we're going to use to make this cool frame. This was probably my #1 die set that I wanted from the new catalog. It is, I mean, I love frames, right? So any frames I'm here for. And this is a new, this is a new product called the Impressions Plate. And it feels like a very thick silicone mat, but it is made specifically to use with our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine to make some really fancy frames. So let me grab, I want to show you what one looks like that's not already been run through the machine. So this is one of the die cuts, just cut. So all I've done is run through basic gray with our die, okay? And it makes a pretty die cut. It's pretty enough, but I'm sure you can see here the difference of these. This one is very puffed up and fancy. This one is just kind of regular. So I'm going to show you how to use our Impressions mat to make this look fancier. Now, I don't see it right in front of me. Let me look in. Oh, okay. So you're going to first run your die through regular, just through your emboss machine. Cut out your die. And then you're going to spritz it. Oof. I'm going to just... Okay. So get it a little bit wet. That's probably more water than I need, but spritz it with your anything that you can spritz water with. And then what we're going to do is grab our emboss machine. Now I'm going to have to raise you up a little bit so that I can get my machine in here. And then you're going to need to make the proper sandwich for this. And what it calls for is plates number 1 and plates number 2, but 0 clear plates, no clear plates, okay? Then we're going to turn this upside down. We're going to put this back in our folder, back in our die. And then we're going to lay our Impressions mat down on it. And then we're going to use this is our 3D embossing plate. So this is what you use with your 3D embossing folder. So you probably already have it, but it's like a special plate. Now, I don't know if these Impressions mats, no, it's not true. I did try it with my emboss machine. With my Big Shot, my old Big Shot, and it worked fine. But obviously our products are made to use with what we're currently selling the best. So now what you'll see is this die is puffed up. It's very fancy now versus what it was when it was just die cut. And we just love something fancy. I've got a couple more examples that are using this Impressions plate. We made this at Stampin' Up's event called On Stage, and it was super cool. So lots of different options with that Impressions plate. Now, since we don't have the Aspen Grove, then I adapted this card, and actually I like this as well. So what we're going to do is take our basic gray layer, and we're going to pop now this designer paper is, I think it was called Lovely Blossoms. I'm not even sure. It is an online exclusive. And then we have a little piece of that Heirloom Boutique designer paper with all those new in colors. I'm going to pop that here. This goes down with Stampin' Seal. And then we're going to take this piece. Looks like my oval didn't make it out of the envelope. Here it is. So what you're going to do is stamp. This is another label from stamp from the Phrases and Frames bundle. And you're going to stamp Thinking of You. Is that not the most beautiful Thinking of You? It's fabulous. And then what we're going to do is I like to use tear tape here, and I call this kind of little sneaky situation. But what we're going to do is turn this upside down. And actually, I am going to use tear tape since I got it out, but you could also just use your dimensionals to get this little frame connected to itself. So when you run that die through, you're going to be left with an oval. So all I did was run that die through with gray and white, and I kept the white oval and the gray frame. Okay, so that's how you get that. And then we're going to pop this situation up with some dimensionals, and I'm going to catch it right here. I'm going to put that dimensional strategically between those layers so that that'll kind of hold them in place. And that pops up onto our pretty card. And you can purchase all of these items from me. let's see, where did I put that? Yeah, I put it kind of this way. Awesome. So you could make the Aspen Grove version if you have that stamp set. Or you can, I will send you the white and the designer paper if you earn these make and take kits with an order. So you can choose which way you want to go with it. But make sure and grab the Phrases and Frames bundle. It's fabulous. All right. So let's recap with our catalog kickoff, all the things that you need to know. So you can get all of these pads free with a starter kit. That's $125 for $99, no shipping. So just pick out $125 in products and you're going to get all 5 of these for free. That's a $63 extra value, okay? And you want to place an order with me by the 11th to get your special ordering incentives. So you've got, if you make a $50 order, you're going to get the make and takes plus a tutorial for 11 cards. That's those cards that I showed you here. Super cool. And then if you spend $75, you're going to unlock the product of the month for only $5. You can choose from the items that are on the product of the month. You'll get 5 handmade cards as well. You've got for $50, every $50 over $75, you're going to get 5 more cards from me. And you need to get this done by Monday. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. And do share this video to get a chance into my fun drawing that's going to happen tonight at 9 Central. This is May the 6th if you're watching this later. But you're definitely going to want to do that. Okay, guys. Thanks. Bye.